Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God-Class System Chapter 1, Congratulations to the host for becoming the store manager. Huangyuan Empire, Towering Clouds. This cloud refers to the cloud city named because of its proximity to the cloud forest. In this cloud forest, low-level monsters are abundant, which attracts a large number of mercenaries to gather here. Within the Wasteland Empire, a large number of colleges will also set up trial grounds for new and old students in this cloud forest. The large flow of people has promoted the prosperity of Yinwu City's materials and the development of commerce, culture, and force. But in this prosperous cloud city, there is a small shop on a corner of the street off the beaten track. The shop owner lay on the window frame of his own shop, looking boredly at the empty street, that was a hopeless one. Ding, the store manager's system is updated. Does the host turn on the system? An unsentimental electronic synthesis sound suddenly appeared in Qi Li's mind. Qi Lu was taken aback for a moment, and then couldn't help but tears into his eyes. I waited hard for a month, and finally waited for the standard golden finger of crossing. In Qi Li's mind, there was already a scene of the system, the tiger's body shook, and the scene of reaching the peak of life. But what is this store manager system? Although Qi Lu was puzzled, she still said silently in her heart, turn on. The store manager system has been given an opening instruction, and now the opening task is issued. Open mission, first store. Task content, own a store of your own. As a great store manager, how can you not have a store of your own? Task reward, store manager system open. Task time limit, none. Qi Lu was taken aback for a moment. Why, don't I count this shop now? System, you are called a doghouse, not a shop. The shocked Qi Lu got up from the window frame, looked at the messy shop, and felt it was time to clean up. Qi Lu has disposed of the herbs left over at a low price, and the remaining wooden shelves and counters are also a little worn. Qi Lu thought for a while, and left a few still usable, but threw away the others. After some labor, the sky has gone dark. The shop has also become completely new, just a little empty. Qi Lu rubbed his aching old waist and called the system in his mind. How about it, now this is my shop. System, barely qualified. The opening task is completed, and the store manager system is officially launched. Immediately, a white light appeared in the shop, scanning the entire shop completely. Scanning is complete, the store renovation is complete, the first store is allowed to open, and the defense system is mounted. Under Qi Li's surprised gaze, all the facilities in the shop were replaced. The original furniture inside was swept away, and a square counter was facing the door, blocking the partitioned room behind. The walls on both sides were whitewashed as new, and the side facing the street had no windows and replaced it with a glass wall. Going further back, the partitioned room was systematically transformed into a warehouse, and there was a soft small bed beside the warehouse. System, the first store has been successfully opened. Please host the goods for sale. Then, without waiting for Qi Lu to react, he heard a bang sound, and a round turntable fell beside Qi Lu. Qi Lu almost jumped up in shock. Can you prepare yourself? Qi Lu turned pale and looked up the turntable. Spirit beasts, artifacts, fairy beasts, god-level combat skills. These good things made Qi Li's eyes glow green. Like the god-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God-Class System Chapter 2, Purchase Channels. System, please turn the turntable for the host. Good. Qi Lu said that he even let himself catch up with the crossing, so luck is not bad. With a strong shake, the turntable immediately spun wildly. Fairy beast, fairy beast, fairy beast. Qi Lu shouted frantically in his heart. But as the turntable became slower and slower, the pointer slowly swept across the fairy beast. Elixirs. Although there is no fairy beast, the pill is also good. Qi Lu comforted herself, and then heard a word that almost made him explode. System, the elixir purchase channel has been opened, and the host store manager is not enough to open the ordinary elixir egg pool. System, I think I need an explanation. Qi Lu blackened his face and roared in his head. The system didn't reply immediately, just called up a panel. Host, Chi Lu. Store Manager Level, Level 1. Number of stores, 1. Purchase Channel, Ordinary Pill Egg Pool. Evaluation, Novice Store Manager, a store manager who barely owns a store, there is really no lower title. System, Host, please note that the level of the store manager will determine the level of the purchase channel. Then how to improve the store manager's level? Chi Lu asked curiously, not spitting out the words in the evaluation. System, when the quantity of purchases and sales meet the upgrade conditions, the upgrade task will automatically start, and the store manager level can be upgraded after the task is completed. Chi Lu smashed his mouth twice and said, then help me open the ordinary pill egg pool. In an instant, an altar-like thing appeared in Chi Li's mind, on which it was written the pills that could be extracted from the egg pond and their respective probabilities. However, the most unbearable thing is the sentence, every 10 draws, an excellent level pill will be given out. Which garbage domestic mobile games egg pool system is this? Chi Lu suppressed his anger and continued to look down. 1 gold coin draws the egg pool. System, the purchase channel you are talking about, doesn't it mean this? Chi Lu couldn't believe it. System, if the host wants to recharge, he only needs to mute the recharge amount in his mind, and the system will automatically charge the corresponding fee. This is really a garbage mobile game. Chi Lu touched his pocket, and there were the last 5 gold coins in it. That was the last little savings that Chi Lu had left. Chi Lu gritted his teeth, system, recharge me 5 gold coins. System, the fee has been charged. The corresponding lottery button also appeared under the egg pool. Chi Lu touched his pocket, and the 5 gold coins had disappeared. Resolutely pressed the 5 lottery button. Rebound Dan. Rebound Dan. Rebound Dan. Healing Dan. Healing Dan. 5 general grade pills. Chi Hui pill, after taking it, it quickly restores a small amount of mana without restrictions on use. Healing pill, after taking it, it quickly restores a small amount of health and has no restrictions on use. Isn't this the lowest level red and blue bottles in the game? System, is it really okay to take the medicine that I took out? Chi Lu asked seriously. System, a system product must be a boutique. You have a fart for shouting slogans. Chi Lu looked at the 5 small porcelain bottles that had appeared in the warehouse, knowing that he would believe it if he didn't believe it. Recognizing his fate, Chi Lu could only put 5 small porcelain bottles on the shelves in the shop, and then waited for the guests to come. This is the 3rd day, and there is no one. Chi Lu looked back at the price on the shelf. 1 pill, 10 spirit crystals. What is Ling Jing? That is a currency even rarer than gold coins, and it is only produced in Lingjing Mine. 1 spirit crystal is equivalent to 100 gold coins, and no one wants to change it yet. And 1 gold coin can make a family of 3 eat and drink for a month. Like the God-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 3, Black Shop. Ugh. Chi Lu sighed, and asked for money for the goods, and the system also paid for the goods sold. This day is really impossible. Fortunately, this time is a good day for college admissions. The flow of people in Yinwu City is extremely high. Although the location of the Vientiane grocery store is a bit remote, it is not impossible to find it. Just as Chi Lu was feeling emotional, a group of 5 people suddenly opened the door and walked in. Chi Li's eyes lit up immediately, and he hurriedly got up and sat down. Is the boss here? Out of the 5, a young man wearing exquisite leather armor who seemed to be the leader asked aloud. I am. Chi Lu said flatly. Although he was excited, his face was expressionless. Did you really open a store? This store is empty. What are they selling? The young man looked around the store and asked aloud. Chi Lu pointed to one of the shelves and said, pills. Pills? The young man repeated suspiciously, looking in the direction of Chi Liji. In fact, there is no such thing as a pill in this world. All they used were all kinds of medicines prepared by alchemy. This is also one of the reasons why Chi Lu is worried that this pill will not be sold. "Boss, what does this strange thing do?" the young man asked. "The red bottle is used to heal injuries, and the blue bottle is used to restore fighting spirit and magic," Chi Lu explained. The young man's eyes lit up and said, "There is such a good thing, how can this medicine be sold?" The young man's name is Kuminglang, and the 5 of them are all freshmen of the Brilliant Academy, and they are about to enter the Cloud Forest to participate in the freshman trial. I heard from the senior students in the academy that the trials of freshmen are perilous, and it will be very helpful to have a few more bottles of healing potions. It's just that the amount of this alchemy potion is scarce, so they didn't get a few bottles, and they only prepared to use it to deal with emergency situations. The price is listed below, Chi Lu said lightly. Kuminglang looked down, then rubbed his eyes and shouted, 10 spirit crystals. Why don't you grab them? I can buy a lot of healing medicinal materials from the herbal shop next to me with 1 spirit crystal. Even alchemy potions are not as expensive as you. Chi Lu replied blankly, don't compare my pill with those garbage. Bah! Black shop. Kuminglang immediately dismissed the idea of buying a pill, and after cursing, he walked out of the store without looking back. Tisk. Although Chi Lu had some toothache pain, he could only endure it. Who makes this scam system? One draw is 99%. Chi Lu sells 10 spirit crystals, but only 10 gold coins are available. Perhaps today is Chi Li's lucky day. After Kuminglang and his party left, another man and a woman walked into the store. The 2 men were dressed in glamorous clothes, and they knew they were children of wealthy families. Excuse me, is there anything you need? Chi Lu sat behind the counter and asked quietly. Boss, what on earth do you sell in this shop? Why is it empty? The girl among the 2 asked in confusion. She wasn't the first person to ask. Chi Lu pointed to the shelf as usual. After the 2 looked over, they said, the red bottle of healing pills is used to heal injuries, and the blue bottle of chi returning pills are used to restore vindictive energy and magic. There is still such a good thing. This kind of medicine that can heal wounds or restore fighting energy and magic power is definitely a very important strategic material in the trial of new students. Like the God-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 4, The First Business. How do you sell this pill? The girl asked a key question. There is a price below. Chi Lu replied, after thinking about it, then said, no bargaining. What? The boy called out suddenly, Tenling Jing. What kind of black shop do you run? Even if it is a bottle of alchemy potion for healing, it is only 2 or 3 spirit crystals, you. The boy said, actually wanting to step forward and teach Chi Lu the black-hearted boss. Ing Feng, wait. The girl reached out and stopped the boy. Then he looked at Chi Lu with scorching eyes, and said solemnly, Boss, we are not unable to pay the price, but are you sure your pill is worth this price? Sister, do you really want to buy things from this black shop? Ing Feng anxiously persuaded him. Chi Lu still replied blankly, the young man is not deceived. Okay, just say this to you. I want a breath recovery pill and a healing pill. The girl Ing Shui took out 20 spirit crystals and patted them on the counter. Thank you for your patronage. Chi Lu was overjoyed in his heart, but the movements on his hands were not messy at all, and slowly received the spirit crystal into the counter. Sister. Shut up. Ing Shui said forcefully. After removing the 2 small porcelain bottles from the shelf, Ing Shui said again, Boss, if these 2 pills are not worth the price you said. Welcome to drop the shop anytime. Chi Lu sat behind the counter, struggling with his hands, speaking slowly. Well, our Ying's family, we can do what we say. Ing Shui snorted, and left the store with Ing Feng still chattering around. Call. Chi Lu let out a long breath. Finally completed the first sale, and finally don't worry about being starved to death. Chi Lu touched his stomach, which had been hungry for a long time, and pulled out a small box from under the counter. The 20 spiritual crystals just put in, at this time there are only 20 gold coins left. Death for money. Qi Lu cursed in his heart. System, please do not abuse the system at will, otherwise, the system has the right to deduct the host's reward. Sorry, I was wrong. Qi Lu lowered his head very skillfully. System, Rust can be taught, congratulations to the host for completing the first transaction. The system rewards a small commodity lottery. May I draw it now? Yes. Qi Lu answered decisively. As soon as the voice fell, a square box appeared on the counter with a small round opening on the top. System, please host to draw. Qi Lu looked at the square box, and he was stunned for a long time before he realized it. It's great, my system. Qi Lu said without knowing whether it was praise or ridicule, and put his hand into the square box. It took a long time to get out a small ball. After opening it from the middle, the paper strip inside the small ball was taken out. 10 bottles of Midong vitamin functional drink. My move. Qi Lu looked at the note in his hand in a daze. On the other side, Ying Shuangfeng's brothers and sisters who bought 2 pills of medicine had already entered the cloud forest at this time. The trial of the new students in the Glory Academy is very simple. As long as you can kill 10 monsters above the 10th level, you will complete the mission. In this world, although there are many combat occupations, but all power levels are the same. Divided into brave, rank, master, hero, strong, king, throne. And each level is divided into 20 levels. Like the God level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.ntlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 5, Dark Cloud Spotted Tiger. In other words, after the 20th level, after completing the trial of the brave and obtaining the mark of the brave, you can be regarded as the brave level and obtain the qualification to continue to upgrade. Otherwise, you will be stuck at level 20 forever, and you won't be able to make progress. And so on. Including the level of Warcraft, it is this grading method. A 10th level monster is not a brave monster. For the Ying family brothers and sisters who are already level 15, it is not a difficult task to complete. The 2 siblings quickly killed 13 10th level toothed wolves and removed 13 fangs. This is proof of their accomplishment. But just when the 2 were ready to walk into the forest again, ready to make persistent efforts to complete their tasks, a loud roar came from the depths of the forest. Roar. This is the roar of the dark clouded tiger. Ying Shuai heard this huge roar at once. What kind of monster it came from. The dark cloud tiger is a very ferocious beast in the cloud forest. As long as it is an adult dark cloud tiger, at least it is also a monster of level 30 or higher. This kind of beast is definitely not something they can deal with who hasn't got the mark of brave yet. Sure enough, in the depths of the cloud forest, several figures burst out. In front, there were 4 people fleeing frantically. But behind was a tiger with dark fur. Kuming Lang. Ying Shui. The 5 who fled looked at each other with Ying's sister and brother, and recognized each other in an instant. Kuming Lang and Ying Shui didn't deal with each other. But at this critical juncture, Kuming Lang couldn't take care of his face and shouted loudly, "The dark clouded tiger behind is not an adult. It is only level 21. Together, you and I will definitely be able to kill it." Ying Shui took a closer look and found that the tiger chasing from behind had a lot of wounds on his body. But the 21st level, after all, is a brave monster. "Sister, let's go quickly." Ying Feng cautiously persuaded from the side. "No, if we can kill a brave monster, we will definitely be able to enter the elite class." Ying Shui frowned and suddenly raised the staff in her hand. The rattan entangled. With magical power flowing, a few thumb-thick canes grew out of the ground violently, entwining the dark clouded tiger. Entangled by Ying Shui, the dark clouded tiger was immediately forced to stop. Kuming Lang and the others also stopped, panting heavily. The exquisite leather armor on his body has now become a beggar's outfit, stained with blood. The other 3 people are in worse condition than Kuming Lang. "Take out the healing potion. As long as we kill this dark clouded tiger, there is no need to hunt down other beasts." Kuming Lang spoke and took out a potion from his arms. Unplug the plug and pour it into your mouth. The other three also took out a healing potion and drank it. The medicine took effect in the four people, helping them to speed up the recovery from their injuries. But it is impossible to restore combat power in a short time. Ing Feng, go get entangled with it, I will find a chance to kill it later. Ing Xue kept the cane and kept growing and entangled the dark cloud tiger, while waving his staff. Golden armor, a sharp blade. 1 defense, 1 attack, and 2 magic fell on Ing Feng. With a night sword in Ing Feng's hand, fighting energy surged in his body and greeted the dark clouded tiger. Ing Xue was also behind, raising his staff in both hands, looking at the dark cloud tiger with solemn expression. Like the god-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 6, The Power of Elixirs. Fire elements gathered in front of Ing Xue. This movement alarmed Kuming Lang, who was healing with all his strength. You want to use a bursting fireball? Stupid woman. With your current magic power, it's not enough. Kuming Lang opened his eyes, almost not scared to death. The bursting fireball is a 20th level brave level magic. It is indeed the best choice to kill the current dark cloud tiger. But with Ing Xue's current magic capacity, it was impossible to condense it. Once the magic fails, Ing Xue's magic power is emptied, and none of the 6 of them can escape. Damn it, I didn't bring magic potion this time. Kuming Lang hammered his thigh again. As a warrior, he would naturally not bring this kind of potion used by magicians. What's more, in this situation, no matter how good the magic potion is, there is no way to solve it. Because in the state of battle, the potency of the potion simply cannot be used. Otherwise, Kuming Lang would not wait until now to use the healing potion. Under the entanglement of the cane, the speed of the dark clouded tiger is much slower, and the movement is also restricted everywhere. But the warcraft of the brave level cannot be restricted by this level of magic. Roar! Ing Feng delayed for only a few minutes, and the dark clouded tiger suddenly let out a roar. The rattan entwined with it broke, and the huge tiger claws hit Ing Feng's chest like a black light. Puff! Ing Feng flew out and hit the ground. It's the same again, stupid woman, you will kill us. When Kuming Lang saw this scene, he jumped from the ground in fright. The other 3 also ignored the healing and were ready to escape. In this way, when the dark clouded tiger slaps him in the palm, he is immortal and disabled, so he can talk about combat effectiveness. At this time, the magic power in Ing Xue's body was also approaching exhaustion. But the cohesion of the bursting fireball is less than half. I hope it's worth the price. At this time, Ing Feng seemed to think of something. Lying on the ground, tremblingly, he took out a small porcelain bottle from his arms. Kuming Lang always felt a little familiar. The entrance of Yushang pills suddenly turned into a soft energy. For a moment, Ing Feng's dying injury seemed to have never appeared before. Ing Feng jumped directly from the ground. If it weren't for the blood that spurted out, no one would believe that such a lively person would still look dying just now. What is this? Kuming Lang's eyes were almost staring out. What did he just eat? Where did the injury go? Wait, I seem to have seen that little porcelain bottle. Before Kuming Lang could finish thinking about it, Ing Xue also took out a small porcelain bottle from her arms. At the entrance of the Qi returning pill, the magic power in Ing Xue's body was instantly restored to its peak state. And it didn't interrupt the condensing of magic at all. What is this again? Kuming Lang felt that he was going crazy. How could he not understand what appeared in front of him? The dark clouded tiger broke free from the entanglement of the cane and roared. Pounced directly at Ing Xue. Ing Feng, who had completely recovered, picked up the night sword in his hand, picked up his vindictiveness, and fought against the dark clouded tiger. With such a small delay, the magic in Ing Xue's hand has taken shape. Burst fireball. In an instant, a terrifying fireball slammed on the dark cloud tiger. Boom! With a loud explosion, the dark clouded tiger flew out like a rag and hit the ground. Like the god-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 7, Mydong Vitamin Functional Drink. Ing Feng immediately flew forward and used the Night Sword to dig out the magic core in the black cloud-spotted tiger's brain. The magic core of the Brave class, this is also the minimum standard for the magic core of the monster. Kuminglang and others looked at Ing Feng's movement like flowing water, and they were dumbfounded for a while, actually forgot to speak. Then suddenly remembered the 2 small porcelain bottles. It's that grocery store. Kuminglang yelled and jumped up from the ground suddenly, beating his chest and feet for a while, regretting that he hadn't. What the boss said is true. The healing potions they used, compared with those medicinal pills, were really a pile of rubbish. If I was willing to buy those medicine pills, how could I end up in this way? At this time, Ying's sister and brother also collected the magic core and came to Kuminglang and others. Thank you for your kindness, Master Ku, I will leave the body of the dark-clouded tiger to you. Ing Shui said pretendingly. Yes, if I want to tell you, my sister is too kind. Ing Feng wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth, then echoed. Kuminglang was so depressed that he almost spat out a mouthful of old blood. Since our task is completed, let's not pass it. Ing Shueka said and left with Ing Feng. They didn't deal with it in the first place, and they were not polite at this time. Although Kuminglang injured the black cloud tiger, if there were no Ying's sister and brother, they would all be killed. Therefore, it is only natural that the magic core belongs to Ing Shui. I'm such a fool. Kuminglang slapped his face with anger. Qilu didn't know what happened in the cloud forest. He is now in the warehouse, staring at the small merchandise sent to him by the system. The aqua blue textured bottle and the sky blue plastic packaging are really what Qilu imagined. Mydong. This is a pirated product produced by a low-quality merchant. Can you write the trademark correctly before sending it to me? Qilu resisted the urge to vomit blood and picked up a bottle of Mydong. Mydong Vitamin Functional Drink. After drinking, it completely restores the strength of the drinker, and permanently increases the level of the drinker. The degree of improvement depends on the strength of the drinker, and there is no restriction on use. Note, the effect of improving strength will only occur once. Rare level commodities. It's actually a rare level commodity. Qilu was slightly surprised. Qilu still knows the classification of this product. Ordinary, fine, rare, treasure, epic, legend. As for whether there are more advanced products, Qilu is not sure. Good stuff. Qilu said with emotion. Although in the shop, the system says that the defense system has been mounted, but your own strength is always the most important. Thinking of this, Qilu immediately opened a bottle of Mydong and poured it into his mouth. A scent of wheat came out of the mouth immediately, and the lingering sound continued for a long time. Does Mydong mean that? Qilu almost fell the bottle with anger. But soon, a violent force surged from Qi Li's stomach and rushed into Qi Li's body. Qilu spurted blood on the spot. The blood was black and shiny, and it was full of impurities in Qi Li's body. 1 level, 2 levels. Level 5, Level 6, Grade 10. It wasn't until the 16th level that Qi Li's body, the power brought by the movement of wheat, gradually calmed down. Then slowly blended into Qi Li's body. Like the God level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God Class System Chapter 8, Restocking. A mouthful of wheat movement, unexpectedly has such a magical effect. It took Qilu a long time to get up from the ground, feeling the strength in his body, and he decisively covered the remaining wheat movement. In this world, although there are many combat professions, the power actually used is just grudge and magic. That is, the difference between a soldier and a wizard. It's just that many other combat professions have been derived from fighters and wizards. But the energy flowing in Qi Li's body is more like a combination of fighting energy and magic. Taking into account the advantages of both, discarding the disadvantages of both. It's because I have the power to feel at ease. Qi Lu clenched his fists and felt the power in his body in detail. It was much stronger than when he was just an ordinary person. System, the effect of this Maidong is even more magical than I thought. How should I price it? System, this product is a reward, and the host can set its own price, and the system does not participate in the sharing. There is still such a good thing. Qi Lu immediately became happy, and looked at Maidong in his hand as if he saw a money tree. But when he glanced at the bottle that had been drunk in his hand, he was heartbroken. No, the bottle I drank must be retrieved from other commodities. Qi Lu immediately made a decision. This Maidong is priced at a bottle of 1,000 lingjing. Ignoring the level of the drinker and completely restoring the power of the drinker, just this, 1,000 spirit crystals are definitely not expensive. It can even be said that the price of vomiting blood. System, recharge me, I want to purchase. Although Qi Lu only has 20 gold coins in his hand, as long as Maidong sells a bottle, he can make a fortune. Charge all 20 gold coins. System, the fee has been charged. Qi Lu didn't look at the gold coins in the box, he must have disappeared. Twice 10 consecutive draws. Qi pill, Xiao Yongli pill, intermittent pill, healing pill. Zia Fengsu Dan, Zio Yongli Dan, Zio Lingzui Dan. In this lottery draw, there have been several medicines that have never appeared before. Zio Yongli pill, after taking it, it can increase a small amount of strength in a short time without limitation of use. Ordinary pill. Zia Fengsu Dan, after taking it, it will increase a small amount of speed in a short period of time, without limitation of use. Ordinary pill. Little Lingji pill, after taking it, it will increase the strength of a small amount of magic power in a short period of time. Ordinary pill. Intermittent pill, after taking it, it restores a small amount of health and recovers wounds to a certain extent. There is no restriction on use. Excellent grade pill. Carefully read the introduction of the pill. As expected by Qi Lu, it was a variant of power potion, agility potion, and magic potion. However, this intermittent pill gave Qi Lu a surprise. System, explain, isn't this health value and wound the same? System, host, your IQ is really worrying. The system routinely lost Qi Li's sentence before beginning to explain. Health points refer to vitality, and wounds refer to physical injuries. With that said, Qi Lu understood it all at once. To put it bluntly, the wound is a state of continuous blood loss. Simply replenishing the health value can only restore the situation without the wound. To put it simply, if a person is cut off by someone's hand, the healing pill can only recover from the fracture. An intermittent pill, you can connect the broken hand. Wow, awesome. Qi Li's eyes gleamed, no wonder this intermittent pill was ranked as an excellent level pill, and it was indeed unusual. Like the God-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God-class system Chapter 9, we need all the pills. However, Qi Lu has only drawn 2 now. With the addition of the 3 bottles on the front shelf, there are now a total of 23 small porcelain bottles on display in the store. And every time Qi Lu puts a small porcelain bottle, the corresponding price will be displayed on the shelf. The 3 newly drawn common level pills are sold at a unified price of 10 spirit crystals. And the high-quality intermittent pill is directly priced, 80 spiritual crystals. Qi Lu thought for a while, took 3 more bottles of microphones and put them on the counter, ready to sell them at any time. With more of this product, there is finally a shop in the small shop. However, after this, although someone would come in occasionally, when they saw the price, they all cursed the black shop and walked out quickly. As if taking a step slowly, you will be pitied. That Ying's sister and brother were actually the only customers who paid. System, your price is really bad. Qi Lu lay on the counter, bargaining with the system in his mind. System, good value for money, young people are not deceived, the host does not need to say much. Qi Lu was really getting a toothache from anger. Although he also knew that his medicine was really worth the price. But those guests don't know. That's it. Chi Lu held the steamed bun in his mouth, checked the time, and then closed the store door. As a good store manager, you must have regular business hours. The next morning, Chi Lu grabbed his messy hair and opened the store door. Then I went to the next breakfast shop and bought 2 steamed buns back to satisfy my hunger. No way, all the money on him was used to buy goods, and Chi Lu is still a pauper. Boss, you are here. Chi Lu stuffed buns in his mouth as he walked into the store, and saw a man and a woman standing in front of her store, greeting herself. It is Ying's sister and brother. You guys came very early. Chi Lu bit the bun and pushed open the store door. Boss, is your store door engraved with a magic circle? Why can't we open it? Ying Feng asked immediately when he saw this scene. He and Ying Shui were before them and wanted to go first to the store. But no matter how hard they use, they can't open this store. They thought it was Chi Lu who had locked the store door, but now they saw that it was not locked at all. Probably, Chi Lu answered vaguely while chewing on the buns. In fact, this is the defensive system that the system attaches to the store. When Chi Lu is not in the store, no matter how strong people are, there is no way to open the store. Sure enough, sister, I will say that I guessed right. Ying Feng triumphantly said to Ying Shui, and then looked at Chi Lu, boss, I know that your medicine is a good thing. It's really childish. Of course. Chi Lu responded indifferently. But I was thinking in my heart, you still wanted to open my shop yesterday. So, we are going to buy some more medicines today. Boss, we need all the medicines in your store. Ying Feng said his purpose. In his opinion, the output of such a precious pill must be extremely scarce. Otherwise, with so many shelves in this store, there would be no more than 5 pills. Are you sure? Chi Lu gave Ying Shui a serious look. He knew that of these 2 people, the one who could call the shots was the sister. Boss, look at me, I can still afford 30 crystals, Ying Feng said dissatisfied. Ying Shui also nodded slightly, indicating acquiescence. Okay, all come into the store. Chi Lu shrugged. Like the God-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest. Myriad Realms Grand Manager with a God-class system Chapter 10, No Bargaining. Ying's sister and brother immediately walked into the store, and then walked to the shelf. Wow, boss, why are there so many elixirs all at once? Ying Feng hadn't noticed outside the store before. Then when he thought of what he said outside the store before, Ying Feng's face was red. Even if he was the heir of a big family, he would not bring so many spirit crystals on his body when he went out. Rough calculations, all the pills would be at least a few hundred spirit crystals. These medicines seem to have several new ones. I don't know what the effects are. Ying Shui asked Chi Lu. Chi Lutsai sat back behind the counter, and when she heard Ying Shui's words, she simply answered her questions. After listening to Chi Lu, Ying Shui's eyes gleamed even more. These pills are all good things. Especially that intermittent pill, can actually break his limbs again. You should know that if you have a broken limb to continue this ability, unless you are a priest who has acquired this ability, it is almost impossible. However, the acquisition of the core skills is inherently extremely difficult, and it is even more difficult to obtain the skills for resuming the limb. After trying the pill in the Chi Lu store, Ying Shui could not doubt the efficacy of these pill. However, this price is indeed a bit more expensive. Boss, this intermittent pill. 80 Ling Jing, no bargaining. Chi Lu said blankly. As soon as he heard Ying Shui's tone change, he knew that she would definitely bargain with himself. I am a small business, if I bargain, what else would I eat? Boss, you see that we are all so familiar. Ying Shui gritted her teeth and continued to act like a baby. There is absolutely nothing wrong with keeping one of the intermittent pills. Even if you don't need it, it is very appropriate to give it to your elder brother who has been fighting abroad all year round. I remember, someone just wanted to buy all the pills in my store. Chi Lu seemed to be talking to himself. Ying Shui was about to crush her silver teeth. She really wanted to hit this guy with a big fireball now. But the pill in this store is truly the only one, killing the boss, but it is gone. Ing Fong, take out that magic core. Sister, that was what we got through all the hard work, and it's a quest item for the freshman trial. Ing Fong was rather sad. It's okay, we can only get something if we don't have it. We can go hunting the monster again. Ing Shui stared at Qi Lu bitterly. Then, that's all right. Boss, this is what we hunted, brave level magic core, you make a price. Ing Shui grabbed the dark cloud-spotted tiger's magic core and handed it to Qi Lu. System, do we accept this kind of thing? Qi Lu asked in his heart, staring at the magic core. He didn't want to be burdened with huge debts of the system because of random collection of things. System, analyzing. System, as a result of the analysis, the item belongs to a higher level system currency and can be collected. Because the store manager's level is too low, there is a loss in currency conversion. System, recommended recycling price, 100 lingjing. Higher level system currency. Qi Lu never expected that the system would accidentally reveal such important information. It seems that when it arrives, lingjing alone may not be able to buy those more advanced products, boss. Well, this thing, 100 spirit crystals. Qi Lu returned to his senses and said slowly. 100 spirit crystals. Boss, the market price of brave level magic cores is 120 spirit crystals. You actually only sell 100 spirit crystals. You also said that you are not a black shop. Ing Fong immediately yelled. Like the god-level system, the store manager of 10,000 realms, please collect it, www.mtlnovel.com, the literary update speed of the master of the level system is the fastest.